Hello and welcome to a new series. Pentiment is the game, and I've been wanting to play this game for a good while now. Basically since finishing my first series of Disco Elysium, so a long time. And now I've finally gotten around to it. So honestly, I don't think there is a lot to say beforehand. I don't know much about the game. So let's just get into it. New game. Yes, there we go. This game uses stylized fonts and writing effects that may be difficult for some readers. The easy read fonts option improves legibility by disabling some fonts and writing effects. I think that should be fine. Yes. Let's use the stylized font. Autosave feature. Pentiment automatically saves your progress as you play the game. Got it. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, this is Latin. Oh, we can erase the Latin. Okay, sure, let's do that. I don't speak Latin. I learned Latin in school, but I haven't used it since then, so I don't remember much about it. Okay, there we go. Like a couple of phrases I could probably still, piece together, but with probably a relatively high error rate. An Obsidian Entertainment production. Okay, there we go. Pentiment. One thing I know about the game is it's set in, I think, Bavaria in Germany. And I do speak German. It's my first language, in fact. So if any German comes up, I can easily translate all of that. So I don't know how much that's going to come up. I could also explain some names, I suppose, if the characters have any meaning hidden in names. So yeah, I guess I could do that. But I don't know how much of that there is in the game, but I guess we'll see. Ein Traum bei Lingua Ignota? Oh, that means a dream, and Lingua Ignota I've listened to a bunch. Well, a bunch. On occasion. It's not exactly easy listening, so I don't listen to Lingua Ignota that often, but sometimes I can go for Caligula. Right. This star would... I don't know, but... Is that Bavaria? That looks more like Austria, maybe? But, well. An artist sleeps. An artist's mind. Okay, so... okay. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversation with brother Piero to a minimum. The abbot said to me, finish the commission by the end of April. Isn't that much earlier than you were expecting? Yes, he had told me I had until the Ides of May. Asshole! And he's not going to pay you anymore, is he? He has no appreciation for the cost of your sweat. Saint Grobian? Grobian kind of translates to, ruffian. But more in a child that is too rough with other kids kind of way. So, I mean, I guess he's some sort of jester, so that would make sense. But yeah, Grobian essentially means ruffian. The yield of labor should not be measured in coin, but in personal satisfaction and self-improvement. Thank you, Socrates. Personal satisfaction doesn't put much food on the table, though, does it? How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I said I would do my best to get it done by the end of April. I told him it would be done when it was done, sometimes before the Ides of May. I shrugged and kept on working. I'm gonna go with the middle here. That's what I like to hear. What's he going to do? Find someone else to finish your work before May? It's true, making enemies with the abbot may not be wise, but he needs your work. And the doing of the work is its own virtue, regardless of what the abbot may think. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where the marriage of your new life as a master awaits you. Oh, where marriage and your new life as a master awaits you. Click underlined words to access glossary. Okay. I mean, oh, okay. Nuremberg, free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, sorry. Major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Wonderful. Okay, that's nice if we need an explanation for something. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. I'll go with the last one here. It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. I don't know, your majesty. Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. It's out of my control. As are many things. Trust in Providence. Grobian, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. By the way, I'm pronouncing those things in a kind of English way, simply because if I always say Andreas in the middle of everything, or Grobian, it just kind of clashes with the flow of the English language. That's why I'm pronouncing them in English. Okay, let's see where we awaken. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Oh boy. Ow. At least I would if they stopped stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. It will be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. That's what I like to hear. Ah, stepped on me again. Yeah. Would you please... Oh yeah. That's going well. I give up. Take me home, Grobian. As you wish, Andreas. Ah, there we are. Good morning, Ursula. Go under. Time to get up. I clicked away a bit too early, but like they spelled Ursula with a V there, and then they erased it and painted in a U, but that was too late. I had already clicked, so you couldn't see that entirely. I think some old writing, I think like Latin used V's instead of U's, so maybe that was a play on that. Okay, we're awake now. Chapter 1, The Baron, April 1518. A few more pages. Back to the abbey. Okay, we can go to bed, we can look at the book, we can look at that. Ah, we have an inventory up there. Okay, that's the journal. A few more pages. Prime, hour 6. Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Ex Libris, that's me, and I'm in Nuremberg right now. We have maps, okay. We are at the Gärtner farm. Johann Bauer farm, Franz Bauer and widow Kemperin farm, old salt mine, a waterfall, shrine of Saint Satya, to the abbey, charcoal burner, Roman ruins, a mill, outer farms. Okay. Some people, do we know of anyone? Brother Piero of Verona, artist of Chiosau Abbey, known for his for his kindness. I read that as kidneys. That's not the same thing. Known for his kindness and helpful nature, Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter, specializing in work of extraordinary color. Ursula Gärtnerin, daughter of Peter and Clara, half-sister of Eva and Big Jörg? I would assume it would be Jörg, but you know, I don't know. Maybe it's Jörg, maybe it's an old name. Nuremberg, free imperials. Okay, right, we read about that. That's the glossary. We clicked on that, so we got an entry for it. Okay, let's get out of the journal. Let's take a look. Is that just the map? Yes, that's just a fast, a shortcut to the map. What's this? That's... Okay, that's a zoom out to the book. I assume we will be able to do more in that later, and that is just the menu. Let's take a look at the books here. The Picatrix, Key of Solomon, the Heptameron, Prior Ferenc keeps giving me all of these books to read. Who is Prior Ferenc? That's this guy, okay. Let's take a look at this. I really should clean this up. Can we clean this up? Can we interact with anything else? Maybe not. Okay. Okay, I can walk like this with A and D. I presume later on we can also use WAS and D. Okay, I don't need to go to bed right now. My cursor was cursed there for a second. Let's go to the... Oh, okay, I see. If I click WASD, it removes my cursor. Okay, so I'll use the cursor to move around from now on. There's Ursula again. Okay. Do you have anything more to say? Andrew... Okay. Yeah, you don't have much to say, obviously, because you're still very young and don't really know how to say much. That's okay. That's Clara. How are you doing? Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually. Thank you. Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Not well, but there's nothing to be done about it now. Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Well, as long as you didn't sleep poorly. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner in the abbey. Who's Otto? Okay, that's what Otto looks like. Alright. Otto stopped by. Yes, around dawn. Okay. There's the little lunch pack, I would suppose. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could I I mean, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raise it by 2 groschen? Oh, yeah, type of thick silver coin minted throughout the Holy Roman Empire. Groschen are typically worth 20 pfennigs, but may be minted at different values. I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey, 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. Peter was who? Okay, that's what he looks like, alright. Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. And we are thinking not sure how. I suppose that's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Well, wait, were these taxes unexpected? I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. Of course, I understand. I hate to even ask it of you. Our taxes get harder to pay every year. Peter works hard, but it just never seems like it's enough. Saint Luke bless you for helping us out. Saint Luke, Christian evangelist and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. Yeah, while I was, raised in like a Catholic country, I never was Catholic and don't really have a lot of interest in Catholicism, so all the saints just, I don't know who they are. So we do need to consult the glossary for that. Speaking of St. Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work from the Abbey, for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Prior Ferenc allows me to work on my masterpiece. Divine office. Now, what is that? Divine office, the prayer times observed by all Christian monastic orders. Monks and nuns pray together 7 times a day and once at night, as dictated by the rule of Saint Benedict. Okay. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a few missteps, after some wandering, after a little too much fun. Sure, let's say after a few missteps. It must be rather frightening, starting all over again. I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It is, but I know that it is what I want to do. I'll go with the second one here. This will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is. It's my finest work. It's getting there. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say. God rest his soul. Well, let's take a look at who... Oh. No glossary for God. Okay. Now I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vesper for supper. Vesper, that's some kind of meal, isn't it? No, monastic hour at dusk. One of the major prayer hours. It's followed by supper. Okay. Okay, yeah, must have mixed that up. Like, yeah. Again, religious stuff is not really my forte. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Who is Klaus? What does he look like? That's Klaus. Okay. Receding hairline, blonde, beard. I'm not gonna remember all the names, mind you. I have terrible, like... My memory capacity for names is kind of terrible. I always forget names. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Drucker, by the way, means printer, so I assume they have something to do with, like, the printing press or something like that. I don't know, was that invented? I think that was invented in the 1400s, and we're in the 1500s. So maybe, or maybe that is a name given to, like, scribes or something, I'm not sure. Probably something like that. Okay, can we talk to Eva as well? Hello, Andreas. Okay, that's all. Okay, let's go to the Gärtner farm. Gärtner sounds kind of, like, is written kind of, well, sounds pretty much the same, but it's written slightly differently to the word Gärtner with an A with 2 dots above it, which means gardener. I don't know if that really features into what these people are about, but since they have a big farm and grow plants, I would assume so. Ah, this is... Oh. Morning, Andreas. That's Big Jorg. Morning, Big Jorg. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took me... Lord knows how long to pull it out. Can we look at the glossary for Lord? No, we cannot. So I guess God and Lord is just highlighted in red. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Where else would I be going? Every day but Sunday. Right. Thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh. Just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your Wanderjahre before you came to Tassing? Wandering years. Wandering years, during which a journeyman, artist or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skill. That makes sense. Before you came to Tassing? Basel. Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich and Freiburg. Oh, that's the background. Low Country. Andreas knows some Dutch, French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges and Ghent or Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice and Milan. Well, okay, I guess. I mean, I've been to Italy and Switzerland. I've been to the Netherlands too, so I can't really base that off of myself. So you know what? Let's go for Basel. Why not? Let's select that. Over in Switzerland, Basel mostly. Swiss air must be so different then. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. What did you spend all that time in Switzerland doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Ah, okay. We can choose more of a background. Hedonist. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He is extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to his art. Bookworm. Andreas spent all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes and fist fighting. Or businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments and balancing his books. Since I said earlier, making some mistakes, I suppose we could go for Rapscallion. Yeah, sure, let's go for Rapscallion. Getting into trouble. I got involved in a scheme or two, a bit of mischief, more than a few brawls. Basel's calm enough, but there are always travelers passing through. Half of them are marks, the other half are looking for a fight. I was fine with either. Sounds like a strange way to pass the time, Andreas. Anyway, I have to get going. Jorg, let's go! Oh, that was someone older saying that. I maybe should change the voice for that. Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. Alright, let's talk to Peter. Andreas. That's all he has to say, okay? Ill Peter. So that is regular Peter and that is ill Peter. Okay. God bless you. Andreas. Oh, yes, Andreas. This weather's been god-awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather. Were things very different when you were young? I'll ask the second one. As different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchter to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Perchter. Folklore, not my strong suit, sadly. A pagan goddess of the Alps associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Yeah, so I'm from Austria, but I'm not exactly from any Alpine regions. So I'm from way too far east for that. So yeah, that's probably more of a Tirol kind of thing, or Vorarlberg, that kind of area. And I'm from Styria, so not in the mountains. And the old traditions oftentimes, stick around in the mountain areas more than the more flat areas. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the white lady's name was on our lips. The church banned all observances of pagan gods, ill Peter. What sort of old customs? I thought Saint Moritz protected Tassing. You think that spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? What sort of old customs? The kind that scare away the witches and keeps spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Rannig Kemper knew that. Rannig? Who's Rannig? Rannig Kemper, the late husband of Ottilia. Okay. That bastard abbot may not like it, but... okay, I was confused about that. But some of us keep the traditions alive. Like the old widow Ottilia. I won't mention that at the abbey. What do these traditions entail? Like the old widow Ottilia. Yes. She always hangs the door frame with lavender to keep the spirits out. Even if it doesn't help with spirits, it does smell nice. I see, I should go. I'll go with the first one, yeah? I suppose I just know it helps with ghosts and witches and whatnot. I should go. Alright, God bless you. Okay, what do we have over here? Some sheep that won't let us through. Okay. Let's run this way then. Town Commons. Okay. Let's see what awaits us there. What kind of people... There we are. Endres. Oh, Andreas. Good timing. Do you have a moment to lend me a hand? Of course, I'm already late to the Abbey. Of course. Wonderful. I've got too many irons in the fire. Or rather, shoes. Horseshoes. I miscounted how many I put in. Now I need a hand, else they'll overheat and I won't be able to work the metal. Here, take this shoe in the tongs. Put the hot part of the shoe on the anvil and hit it with the hammer. Ah, okay. There we go. Alright. There we go, that's one of them. Good. Next one. Alright. Let's just hammer that one real quick. There we go. Ah, well done. See? Short work. Thanks for the help, Andreas. I don't know what I was thinking doing all of those at once. It sure would be nice to have someone to help me out here every day. Have you considered an apprentice? Have you considered a child? Don't look at me, painting is hard enough. Have you considered an apprentice? I have. None of the boys in the village seem interested. Keep at them. I bet you could get Bert Drucker. Who's Bert Drucker? Oh, this guy? Okay, haven't seen him yet, but I'm sure we'll run across him at some point. Ha! Klaus would have my head if I tried. Anyway, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'll see you and Otto by the Abbey guest house for dinner. Yeah. Until then. Okay, what else is going on? There's the forge. Andres Schmidt's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. By the way, Schmidt, that's basically a name a smith would have. Like, maybe it's like old German, but currently the German word for smith is Schmied. It's quite similar. Alright, some more sheep that block my path. To be honest, I'm fine with them keeping me from branching out. Ah, okay, and now okay, I see how it works. How we choose the pathways we go to.